Back to school and beyond, how to recognize that your child is struggling with anxiety because of school.
Tia Trudgeon joins us live for a conversation with mental health providers from Pathways Community Mental Health. Tia, mental health is an important topic as students head back to the classroom.
Oh, absolutely important, because your mental health can truly be the difference of a successful or an unsuccessful school year. Now I'm here with Deb Carello and Krystle Hanson of Pathways Community Mental Health to start this conversation about recognizing anxiety and ways to treat it. So good morning. Thank you both for joining me today. Is there an age where anxiety typically starts to appear in kids?
There isn't really a particular age. Generally, you can find kids feeling anxious. I mean, it can be diagnosed as young as 3. So you can have an anxious kiddo and then a sibling that's real laid back. So it really just depends on the kiddo and what's going on in their life at the time. No real age.
What might be some of the causes of anxiety or stress in kids?
There can be a ton of different causes. It can be that they're worried about what's going to happen when they go into the school for the first time, that they don't know who their teacher is, they're worried about friends, they're worried about maybe they've had a history with bullies. Maybe they're struggling with what they're seeing on social media. There's just so many different things that can be going on in their lives that are contributing to it.
Are there any signs that parents can look out for, parents or teachers, that their child or their student might be struggling with anxiety?
Absolutely. I mean, you can see things starting with nightmares, stomach aches, anything from trouble sleeping, being clingy, very fidgety, nail-biting tantrums, being real self-conscious. A lot of them are age-related, but you're kind of looking for patterns. So if something is persistent over a couple of weeks, that's something to really take note of. But anything out of the normal routine is something worth noting and maybe having a conversation about.
So if a child maybe skips breakfast for one day, it might be they're not hungry that day, but if they do it every single day that week, that might be signs of a problem. So are there any things that parents should do once they recognize those signs?
Talk to them. That's the biggest thing I can say is talk to them, normalize anxiety. Anybody can have anxiety. So maybe depending on age, give an example. I get nervous when someone new comes into my office and meeting them for the first time. Do you feel the same way at school? And then the biggest thing is listen. Ask a question and listen to what the kiddo has to say.
So parents, listen, pay attention to your child's behavior, because while many children might have anxiety going to school for the very first time, parents might be feeling the same way about sending their babies off to school for the very first time. So when we come back in about 30 minutes, we're going to talk about tips for parents and for students to de-stress and to combat that anxiety during the school year.
Thank you so much, Tia. And those are really, really important topics because I don't think it's talked about enough.